What is going on, my friends? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to episode, what are we on, 11? I think episode 11 of the Total Type R. I think today's 10, so tomorrow, yeah, this video is 11.
Yesterday you released 9.
Yeah.
Where are we paying? It is 11. Yeah.
What we're gonna be doing to get today started off is realigning all the body panels on this car. We got Val in the shop today and he's gonna help us out because he's an expert at it and I'm not. And then as soon as all that's done, we can hopefully get the motor and trans back in the car. Hopefully, as long as this door and fender alignment doesn't take too long. So enjoy this fine time lapse of us aligning body panels. We spent the greater part of the day getting everything aligned. This fender was completely messed. Oh, come on, lights. There we go. All the gaps were a little bit off. This fender was really off. I was just winging it yesterday and now everything's lined up perfectly. But now we need to move on to the fun part of today. We're gonna head down right now and get this transmission case welded up. I wanna get the motor trans and all that other stuff back in the car today. Of course, it's not gonna be driving, but it's gonna be close. All right, guys, it's the next day, next evening, and we just got the transmission case back from my good friends over at Raven Fab. They did a very, very quality job getting this thing welded up. Nice and stout, already threaded, ready to go back together. From a couple feet away, you can't even tell she was snapped. Transmission is nearly complete and I just realized I made a mistake. This little half moon shape right here needs to be wrapped around this fork, or this pin I guess it'd be called, and it's not. So she's got to come back apart. I got to get it assembled properly or else it's not going to shift. I've had this thing together and apart a few times. No matter what I do, every time I get it together, I cannot spin the gear set. I can tell it's getting super tight as I'm putting it together because there's a little gap that just will not close up no matter what. Of course, I could probably force it together, but I'd break a case or damage some gears or something. I cannot figure it out. So what I'm gonna do is pull apart my spare Type R trans, the original trans out of this car, which is sitting right back here, that has both busted cases on it. And hopefully I can spot what is going on. I wanted to get the engine and trans in the car tonight, but this trans has already taken me probably like 2 hours when it should have been 15 minutes if it went smooth. A couple hours later, I finally found the problem. So check this out. This is the OG trans out of the car, and here is the reverse shaft off of the new trans. The synchro is destroyed. So this ring right here would not slide over the gear and lock in like it's supposed to. When I had all the gear sets assembled inside the trans like this right here, with the old reverse shaft, nothing would spin. And I didn't realize that before I put it all together. Without the shaft, it would spin. Put the shaft in, it wouldn't spin. So I knew it had to be something to do with the reverse shaft, and I'm glad I finally figured it out. I'm gonna tear all this completely back apart, get everything re-cleaned, get all this nasty half-dried sealant off of here. I know I should have probably double-checked that it was gonna operate properly with no sealant first, but I was in a hurry. I almost gave up a few different times with this transmission. I've had it apart and together feels like thousands of times, probably like 5 times, but we finally got it back together. So I did a quick mock-up before I sealed it up, made sure it spins. You guys can't see, but it does spin. It shifts fine. Everything's beautiful there. So we now have a completely sealed up, welded up, good to go transmission for the Type R. I was about to go ahead, put the motor and trans in the car, and then I remembered we have some serious damage back here I should probably take care of, because if I put the motor and trans in the car, this is gonna be a pain to get to. We have a broken ABS pump, all the wiring is destroyed, the connector is destroyed as well. So I did grab a replacement. My boy Condor Builds, hopefully I'm pronouncing that name right. Condor Builds came through again with a wiring connector, the pigtail, for the ABS pump. His ABS pump itself was destroyed, so I bought a replacement as well. So we got to go ahead and get that swapped out right now. I'm trying to decide if I want to completely splice in this new wiring connector or if I just want to fix the harness that's on here. Let's see how many wires are broken. Ooh, there's a lot of broken wires. It might be easier just to splice in everything. It's either that or I'm gonna fix this harness that's on here and then depin it and put the new connector on. I do think, honestly, it's gonna be easier just to snip this and splice this one in. That, my friends, was a lot of work. There's so many wires that are the same exact color, even side by side. Like as you can see right there, there's 2 red side by side, 2 yellow side by side. I went wire by wire by wire by wire, got everything spliced in. I know some people are gonna say, you should probably solder that. Every time I solder something, people say, you should probably crimp that. So I decided just to go with some nice heat shrink crimps. We should be good to go. I'm gonna get this all cleaned up, back into the factory loom, get some electrical tape on it, and we should be good to go. Finally, we are all done with the wiring harness repair, and we have the new ABS pump on. It's a little bit bulky right here where we have the crimp connectors, but I don't mind it. It's not a big deal. If I wanted it 100% perfect, I would just replace the whole entire harness, which of course is a lot of work and unnecessary money that I just don't want to spend on the car. It's been a long, hectic few days with this thing, but we did get a few important pieces of the puzzle all finished up. Those two things we got done were the last things we needed to do before the engine went in. I was just gonna get the engine and trans in instead of repairing the harness, but now that I repaired the harness, I'm very thankful I did that with the engine and trans out. That would have been a tight fit. Be prepared for an engine and trans in the car in the next video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Peace out, my good friends. I'll see you boys tomorrow. Also, tomorrow is the Vossen Apparel drop. Don't miss out. 11 a.m. PST. Site's only open for 24 hours, 12 new products. I'll see you boys then. Goodbye.